The Pennsylvania Supreme Court heard oral arguments today on the Regional Greenhouse Gas Initiative.
Yeah, it was one of the last steps in a legal battle that dates back to 2019. Our state capitol correspondent, Kara Jeffers, listened to the court proceedings. She's joining us live with the details. Kara, good evening.
Good evening, Mike and Eva. Back in 2019, then Governor Tom Wolf, agreed to have Pennsylvania join the Regional Greenhouse Gas Initiative, RGGI for short. Republican lawmakers sued shortly thereafter, and this has been in the courts ever since. The Commonwealth Court in 2023 ruled that it was an unconstitutional tax because Wolf joined through an executive order. Governor Shapiro appealed that ruling, kind of following with the Democrat Party's focus on environmentalism. And here we are today with these final oral arguments.
Air is a resource that we have to protect.
The Regional Greenhouse Gas Initiative, RGGI, is an agreement between 11 states to reduce carbon emissions. For every ton of carbon that a coal or natural gas plant releases, that plant has to buy a carbon allowance. The money they pay is deposited in the state where the plant operates.
The department has said that what it would do with the RGGI proceeds is spend a third of them on energy efficiency programs, a third of them on renewable energy programs, and a third of them on direct abatement of greenhouse gases.
The Pennsylvania Department of Environmental Protection says RGGI is legal because it is a regulation under the state's Air Pollution Control Act, and the money that energy plants are paying is a fee.
That's the reality. It's a big regulation because it's a big problem, and it's a really important problem to address.
Republican lawmakers say the regulation is a result of the governor's executive order, that the program is more like a tax, and that only the General Assembly can create taxes.
Is it constitutional for a governor, any governor, to unilaterally enter our Commonwealth into a multi-state compact and impose a tax?
RGGI is not being enforced right now. Republicans say even the threat of the policy winning in courts, though, has kept power plant investments away.
And they're basically washing their hands of Pennsylvania, saying, look, we've complied with your federal regulations, we've complied with the Clean Air Act and everything else that you've put out there, but then you continue to come up with new stuff. We're done with that kind of business environment.
The Supreme Court did rule. They listened to these arguments today. Now we're going to have to wait for them to release their opinions on them. Leader Pittman saying that he hopes that comes sooner than later. There's kind of three ways that this can go. The Supreme Court can rule that the Environmental Protection Department is right. They can enforce RGGI. They'll either rule that it's unconstitutional, that this is a tax through an executive order, or they could send it back to the lower courts again, say, hey, try this again, expand on some different opinions and sides of this. In Harrisburg, we'll keep you posted on this and all of our energy policies in the state. I'm Kara Jeffers, Erie News Now.